बिहार के माननीय राज्यपाल श्री फगू चौहान जी, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री नीतीश कुमार जी, श्रीलंका के माननीय रवाना मंत्री श्रीमती पवित्रा वनियर्ची जी, विश्वविद्यालय के उपकुलपति प्रोफेसर सुनयना सिंह जी, इंडिया फाउंडेशन के निर्देशक श्रीमती ललिता कुमारम जी और श्री ध्रुव कटोच जी, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय शिष्टमंडल और इंडिया फाउंडेशन के स्थापना में प्रमुख भूमिका निभाया श्री राम माधव जी, श्री श्रावण कुमार जी मंत्री जी, गणमान्य अतिथिगण, बहनों और भाइयों, आप सभी को नमस्कार करता हूँ। आई एम नॉट गोइंग इनटू द prepared speech because it will take time and we have little time because the flight has to take off at 4:20. So I just want to convey my best wishes to all of you who are participating in this Dharma Dhamma Sammelan. And before that, I would like to compliment India Foundation and also Nalanda University for coming together and organizing this important international conference where there will be consultation, discussion, exchange of views, sharing of experiences, pooling of thoughts, and then moving together. This is the need of the hour in the backdrop of the COVID and also even otherwise. There is even need for all of us to think seriously how to bring peace, how to reduce tensions, how to pay attention to make the people's life more comfortable, more happy. Comfortable is one thing, happiness is much more important. Peaceful, because peace is prerequisite for progress. Peace is prerequisite for progress. If you have tension, you cannot pay attention. Now the problem, and the human beings are suffering tension, not able to pay attention. The reason being for no reason. To be frank, there is no reason. But everybody is somehow tensious. There are issues. COVID is an issue. But all of us should apply. And then one good thing that is available to all of us are the teachings of Hinduism and Buddhism together. If you read them, if you understand them, and then if you really practice them, you will have peace. Because India is an ancient civilization. We don't believe in aggression. We don't believe in encroachment. We believe in peaceful coexistence. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Entire universe has to be happy, has to be peaceful, has to be prosperous. This is the great philosophy of this land. And if you go through the teachings and preachings of Lord Gautam Buddha, the simple things he told during his life, to convey to the people to follow Dharma. Dharma is virtuous path. Dharma is living for values, maintaining our systems and customs and traditions, which are all time tested, and then moving on. Leave the ego and then take everything good from everybody, anybody. This is very important. So, the two things I would like to focus. One is the need to regain its past glory for this university, which is very historical, which has been explained at length. I don't want to go on that. And every effort is being made by the university, by the central government, by the state government, but they should be hastened further because the world is moving faster. University, Vishwavidyalaya, knowledge giver, place of wisdom, We need to give not only knowledge, wisdom. Wisdom is something more than simple knowledge. This has to be understood. And then we must give wisdom to our younger generation, and we must share it with the entire globe. Because share and care is the core of philosophy of India. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. That being the case, how do you share it with others and then pass on this knowledge? This is the very purpose of this university. Great cradle of learning must provide a transformational academic experience for every student in the spirit of creative collaboration. That is one. Second thing is that the global tapestry of values has to be told to the students, and you must attract students from across the globe. Once upon a time, as was explained by Chief Minister and others, thousands of students from across the globe used to come to. India was known as Viswaguru. We must Viswaguru to give and to share knowledge, not to conquer others. To share and give knowledge so that the entire universe can live in peace. We must work in that direction. And also the need for providing net zero, because climate change has become real. Climate change has become real. It is frightening to think about the consequences. So how do you really be friendly with the nature? That's why I always say nature, culture together for better future. You be friendly with the nature, nature will be friendly with you. Otherwise, what is happening now. And the entire universe must focus on that. This also has to be underlined and has to be made understand by other also. That should also be the purpose of this conference. Ecology, changing the psychology, changing the mindset of the people. That is important now. You have to change the mindset of the people, reorient the mind towards inner peace, outer peace. This is also has to be important, and then we have to get back and reassess our lifestyle. Everyone has to visit his lifestyle. Our food habits, our thinking, our mindset, everything has to undergo a change and go back to those days. Go back to our roots. That has to be stressed again, and I hope this conference will do the needed thinking critically in order to establish peace and harmony in the world. It becomes clear that Dharma Dhamma traditions of Hinduism and Buddhism, together with other religious persuasions, have distinctly holistic. Anything good in any religion, we are ready, we must be ready, we used to be ready, and we must be again ready to take that, to learn from those lessons and join together in order to change the present situation. I am hopeful that this international conference will provide new lessons. COVID, one way, was a teacher. It has taught us many lessons. If we are wise, we will understand those lessons. If you are not wise, again you will be affected, One has to understand this. We must make the post-COVID world a better place to live. A world where competition gives way to compassion. Wealth makes way for health, because health is more important than wealth. If you are healthy, you will be wealthy. Consumerism gives way to spirituality, and supremacy and dominance yield to peaceful coexistence. This, how do you really espouse this cause? How do you make people understand this? How do we move on? That should be the focus of your agenda. and that is possible when we all come together, share our thoughts, and this provides an excellent opportunity to examine the extent to which the Dharma and Dhamma teachings and practices can be applied, solving to the challenges we face in the world around us. The universal principles of peaceful coexistence, cooperation, mutual care and share, non-violence, friendliness, compassion, peace, truth, honesty, selflessness and sacrifice have been an integral part of our dharmic ethical exertions. So they have been articulated by our rishis, by our munis, by our monks, by our sages and our seers from time to time. We must go back to that. So I am happy the 6th Dharma Dhamma conference is being organized on such a theme and aims to facilitate cross-pollination of ideas and foster harmony at the global level. It also seeks to explore shared values of dharmic traditions that may provide the guiding light to the world today. We must remember the vibrant sense of our interconnectedness which informs our dharmic traditions is the need of the hour. Dharma has been a pivotal and pervasive concept and overriding principle in relation to Indian culture and civilization. It has played an important and cardinal role in guiding and shaping our view of reality and way of life. So Dharma covers every dimension of human existence and has been life-sustaining, life-regulating and life-enhancing force in our socio-cultural ethos. The notion of Dharma Dhamma in its multiple manifestations, including truth and non-violence, peace and harmony, humanness and spiritual linkages, and universal fraternity and peaceful coexistence, served as a moral compass that guided people in Indian subcontinent through the ages. It is this vital moral impulse that continued to shape and sustain our way of life. I am told that this international conference aims to focus on the essential identity among diverse dharmic traditions, having distinct characteristics and notable commonalities. I have been informed that the conference will have a ministers panel of important people from different states here and also ministers from Sri Lanka. I am certain that the academic deliberations on various sub-themes of this conference over the 3 days will prove to be intellectually enriching and purposeful. I am glad to learn that more than 100 scholars from different parts of the world will present papers at this international conference with such a vibrant intellectual environment structured to advance the frontiers of knowledge, I am sure that the Nalanda University will perform its role as an emerging thought leader in the new world order. Universities must provide thoughts, must provide guidance, ideas to people in politics, to people in public life, to people in academia, people in every walk of life for that matter. The universities should be the place where ideas can be shared and then can be passed on to other people. I would like to congratulate once again Nalanda University and India Foundation for coming together in holding this Dharma Dhamma conference, and I would like to convey best wishes on behalf of the government, on behalf of India, to all the delegates who are coming from other parts of the globe, and I wish all of us will have a bright, peaceful future. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
अगर आपने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो तमाम और खबरों के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और देखते रहें आंखें न्यूज़ 24, नजर हर खबर पर।
क्या आप पत्रकारिता के क्षेत्र में अपना कैरियर बनाना चाहते हैं? तो आज ही रॉयल अशोका इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मास कम्युनिकेशन एंड जर्नलिज्म में अपनी जगह सुनिश्चित करें। आर्यभट्ट ज्ञान विश्वविद्यालय पटना से मान्यता प्राप्त। 100% प्लेसमेंट के साथ रॉयल अशोका इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मास कम्युनिकेशन एंड जर्नलिज्म नामांकन जारी है। हमारा पता है DS/16 गायत्री मंदिर के समीप, कंकड़ बाग, पटना 8,20,000। आप हमें संपर्क भी कर सकते हैं। हमारा मोबाइल नंबर है 9955456126।